Some very sad, tragic news in the world of WWE as Bray Wyatt, aka, well, his real name, Wyndham Rotunda, passed away yesterday. Bray Wyatt was a fantastic wrestler. He was a third-generation professional wrestler, following the footsteps of his grandfather, Blackjack Mulligan. His father, Mike Rotunda, who was once IRS and once was part of the U.S. Express, being tag team champs, defending their title at WrestleMania 1 against Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. And also two of his uncles, Barry and Kendo Wyndham. His younger brother, Taylor, is actually Bo Dallas. So anyway, he was a great WWE wrestler and all that. He would be in the developmental stuff by 2009. By 2010, he was part of NXT under the name Husky Harris, with Cody Rhodes being his WWE mentor. Husky Harris, of course, was part of the group of NXT wrestlers alongside, among others, Daniel Bryan, Wade Barrett, and a few others. Anyway, part of the Nexus, it was just huge how they would fight and beat up on the WWE fighters. So, anyway. In January 2011, in storyline, Randy Orton punted Husky Harris in the head. But Harris was rooted off television, real life. So he went to FCW, Florida Championship Wrestling. He was going to be the hockey mask wearing Axel Mulligan, but it didn't make it to FCW. And in fact, he was still Husky Harris. He was involved with Bo Dallas because that was his brother in real life and part of FCW stuff. In April 2012, he was actually repackaged as Bray Wyatt. So, Bray Wyatt founded the faction known as the Wyatt family in November 2012, with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan also being part of it. So, anyway, it was the Backwoods Origins and the Lamb Mask, and, you know, the rocking chair and all that. It was just amazing what those three wrestlers could do. And the worst part, of course, is that, you know, Luke Harper, or Brody Lee as he's known, his real name, is deceased as well. So 2/3 of that faction is dead right now, which isn't good. So anyway, Wyatt would be huge in trying to ruin John Cena and his chances. So anyway, Cena defeated Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania 30, making Wyatt get his first pinfall loss on the main roster. Anyway, it would be a battle between Cena and Wyatt. A big fight. Bray Wyatt would challenge Undertaker at WrestleMania 31, but lost. And the Wyatt family came back by 2015. And the Wyatt family confronted The Rock at WrestleMania 32, which was huge. Unfortunately, though, it blew up in their face as Cena came in to save The Rock. All that. Luke Harper and Randy Orton would actually be WWE Tag Team Champions under Bray Wyatt's tutorage and all that. However, February 2017 was a shocker as he won the Elimination Chamber, which meant he won the WWE Championship. He took care of John Cena, AJ Styles, The Miz, Dean Ambrose, and Baron Corbin in that match. Anyway, Orton actually destroyed the Wyatt family compound in storyline and would face Bray for the WWE title. Bad news for Wyatt is he lost, ending his reign in 49 days. He's known as the Eater of Worlds and all that. Having a moment with Matt Hardy after Matt Hardy won the Under the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and Wyatt actually turned face in this thing. Wyatt and Hardy would win the Raw Tag Team belts April 27th, but would lose to Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. Of course, it's weird how they would lose to their own, Wyatt would lose to his own brother. So soon, Bray decided to have his weird Firefly Funhouse / The Fiend storyline, which was actually kind of funny, you know, as a demonic children's show, you know, that. So it was like weird and all that. He would turn into the Fiend, which was a demonic character in the mask and all that. The Fiend would shock everyone by winning a Falls Count Anywhere match October 31st, 2019 to win the Universal Championship. So anyway, Wyatt would actually retain the title against Daniel Bryan at Survivor Series. Amazing and all that. Bray would face John Cena at WrestleMania 36 and beat Cena. All that. Goldberg took care of the Fiend at the Super Showdown event February 27th and took the Universal title away from Bray. However, the Fiend would win the August 2020 the Universal Champion for the second time, taking down Braun Strowman. However, he was attacked by Roman Reigns, who returned to the ring. After Roman actually, well, remember, this was during COVID, when there were no fans allowed in the stands. The Fiend would defend the title at Payback just a week later, but would lose to Roman Reigns. So the Fiend was huge and all that. Fiend and Orton would face each other at WrestleMania 37. And RKO 1. It would be released July 2021. And it was released. However, WWE would tease the Bray Wyatt event. At Extreme Rules October 2022, he came back at the end of the show. And everyone was happy and all that. Anyway, Bray Wyatt did a few segments, including at Raw 30th anniversary. Then Wyatt attacked LA Knight, and then The Undertaker gave his approval to Bray. Anyway, so Wyatt was in a fight with Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. Unfortunately, his storyline disappeared when rumors were circulating that Wyatt was dealing with a real-life illness and he had to disappear from TV. Lashley was supposed to... Well, Lashley replaced Wyatt in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which Lashley won. So, as early as August 19th, 6 days ago, it was reported that Wyatt was closing in on a return. Unfortunately, though, it would be hard. Unfortunately, that did not happen for obvious reasons. He had a good rapport and all that. However, in 2020, he was named The Fiend was named the worst gimmick of the year, making Bray the only performer ever to win best and worst gimmick, according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter. He would be in several WWE video games and all that. I know for sure I had him for WWE 2K22 as The Fiend and as Bray Wyatt. Personally, speaking of WWE 2K22, I had issues taping the Terry Funk Memorial match, and The Fiend was going to be one of the competitors in it, but because my digital camera busted, I have to get a new camera, and I couldn't tape the thing. Regardless, Wyndham Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt, and his ex-wife Samantha married in 2012 and had 2 daughters before she filed for divorce. Rotunda and WWE announcer JoJo were rumored to be a couple, and they did. They had a son and a daughter. They were engaged in 2022, and unfortunately, the marriage didn't happen, of course. Unfortunately, though, it was a huge event, August 24, 2023, yesterday, when he died at age 36. His death was announced by Triple H